What's up, everybody? This is Lewis Jones with YouLearnMusic.com, and today I want to talk about the major scales, more specifically whether or not there's 12 major scales or there's 15 major scales. Now, I'm not going to wait to the end to reveal the answer. There are 15 major scales, and I'm going to show you where the confusion lies. So check it out. There are 12 notes, right? And then you're back at C. So that's where the confusion lies. If there's only 12 notes, how in the world are there 15 major scales, excuse me. All right. So I'm explaining to you. So this is where the confusion lies. All right. 3 of these notes actually have 2 names. So you have this one, F sharp, also known as G flat, B, also known as C flat, and C sharp, also known as D flat, right? So let me just break that down to you. Remember, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14, 15 major scales. So let me just go over those 3 right quick. So G flat. All right, so you got G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, and then F. Now its other name is is F sharp. So you got F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, and then E sharp. And the reason being is G flat or F sharp has 6 sharps. There's only 5 black notes. So traditionally we think of sharp and flat, we think of going to a black note. But F sharp and G flat, they each have 6 flats or 6 sharps. So we have to turn one of those notes, one of those white notes, into a sharp or a flat. All right, let's go to the next one. You have B. So B normally has 5 sharps, C sharp, D sharp, then E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and you're back at B. But B is also known as C flat. So C flat, and C flat, everything is flat. So it has 7 flats. So you got C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, and then finally you back at C flat. So it has 7 flats. So a major scale is made up of 7 notes, and every single note here is flat. All right, last but not least, we're going to start with this note. Think of D flat or C sharp. Let's do D flat first. D flat has 5 flats. So D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, and B flat. All right. C sharp. C sharp has 7 sharps. So that means that every single note is sharp. So you got C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then finally B sharp. If that's confusing, I apologize, but that's just what it is. I'm a practical guy. You know, if I'm playing in the key of C sharp, if I'm teaching a song in the key of C sharp, you know, you may hear me, you'll hear me probably say F. I probably won't say E sharp. You know, I'll probably just say F, you know. Secondly, I've heard people call some of the major scales other names. So let me go over these black notes because they're usually the ones that get mixed up. As I mentioned before, C sharp this note has 2 names, C sharp and D flat. This note here, it's E flat. All right, that's it. It's E flat. That's it. This note here has 2 names, F sharp, G flat. This note here, it's only A flat. That's it. Next, B flat. That's it. It's just B flat. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it's confusing, but here's the great thing about learning something like this. It never changes. Once you learn it one time, or it hasn't changed, I should say, in the last 300 years. Up until this point, there's always been 15 major scales.